everybody. Today I'm going to show you all how to make a wreath that is perfect for the spring season. I'm also going to give you guys some tips on how you can take this wreath and make it into your own and unique for your own home. As the spring season comes around us, we're all looking for different ways to decorate our homes, and this can be an easy and a fun way to add a splash of color to a wall or to a door. Alright, first what you're going to want to do is to gather all of your supplies. You want to make sure and have your glue gun plugged in and give it some time to heat up before you start. I've got the flowers that I'm going to be using on the wreath. I made a bow to put on there. We're going to use some burlap to wrap this, which is just a styrofoam wreath. Okay, and then I also have a monogram that I painted before we got started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is wrap the burlap around the wreath. And to start on that, we're going to put just a spot of hot glue onto it. Okay, and then we're going to make sure and hold that into place until it dries up. Okay, and then we will start wrapping. You want to wrap it kind of tight to make sure there's not going to be any lumps when you're done. And if you need to, you can stop in some places and put another spot of glue if you think that the burlap is going to slide out of place. But I think that with the way that this is going, we're not going to need to do that. I have another roll ready in case this one runs out. And there are some alternatives that you could do. Instead of using burlap, you could use any other sort of ribbon, or they make other types of wreaths, whatever would be your preference. This one's pretty small. They make some where you can just stick the flowers or whatever directly into it. Okay, so we've ran out, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this part down and hold it firmly into place while it dries up. Okay, and then I'll take the next part and start it right on top of it. You want to hold that down too. Make sure that it's nice and dry before you keep going. You want to make sure and get the whole wreath covered. Okay. And then when you get towards the end, you can just cut it off there and then put another spot of glue and hold it down. Okay, and then when we get started putting the flowers into place, I'm going to start putting them right here. That way I can cover up this area where the burlap stopped. So before you get too far, you want to make sure and kind of have an idea of where you want all of your flowers to go. What I'm going to do is have some flowers up top, have my bow, and then have some flowers underneath that. So wherever you want to start, just go ahead and put some of your glue and hold those down into place. I try to get a variety of colors in here. And you'll want to hold each of these down as you're going. If you start to run out of glue, you can just add another one in there. want to use quite a bit of glue if you're going to do it in this way to make sure that the flowers are staying in place. Okay, and I might add some more flowers there, but before I do that, I'm going to add my bow where I want it so that I know which areas I'm going to need to cover. So I'm just going to put a spot of glue on the back of this, and then put it in place. Okay. And then by doing that, you'll be able to see where you need to put the rest of your flowers. Okay, we'll add some more flowers here on the bottom of it. Okay, I'm just going to put one more of these on there. Alright, and then when those have gotten dried up, then we're going to go ahead and add our monogram letter. I think I like to do it a little bit off-centered over on this side. I'll put quite a bit of glue there to make sure that it's going to stay in place. Okay, alright, and then you have your wreath. You can hang it with a wreath hook if you like over a door, or there's other ways that you can hang it just by a nail if you're going to do it onto a wall. But you might keep in mind, like I said, with the spring season coming close, we've got Mother's Day coming. These would make a good gift for most people. They're pretty easy to make, and there's a lot of different renditions that you can do to make it match your home. Also, with Easter coming around, it's a good way to have some festive decorations in your home. Thank you all for coming and watching me today, and I hope that you all try this out for yourselves.